Great. So I have started the recording. So let's begin with the presentation. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Before we start our presentation today on investment analysis for residential properties in Greater Vancouver, I would like to briefly introduce our team and provide an overview of our discussion today. Hi, my name is Tejal Panchal, and I'm joined by my group members, that is Swara, Simranjeet, Simisala, Abhinav, Lakhvir, Tarun, Mohan, and Gagandeep. Together, we have conducted an extensive research on this timely and crucial topic. In the next minute, we will cover capital market trends, both the qualitative and quantitative analysis, investment views, and decisions, major risks and recommendations for residential property investment in Greater Vancouver. Thank you, and let's begin. I would like to now invite Simranjeet to give us a brief introduction of our analysis today. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Simranjit Kaur and today I am going to introduce the residential property in Greater Vancouver area. So we all are playing the role of investment advisory group. So we are looking for a possibility of investing in a residential property in Greater Vancouver area for our devoted clients. So in this presentation, our team members analyze the capital market and make conclusion related to the projected returns and market risk. As we all know that the Greater Vancouver area is a popular location for a real investor in Canadian province of British Columbia. So this location has a flourish economy, a decent degree of life, and a differential social scene with the population of more than 6,75,000, and there is a plenty of options for great deals as it has a flourish economy, enhanced culture, so everybody is interested to buy a property in the Greater Vancouver area. So this has made the Vancouver region a sought after area for settlers and financial backers. So next slide, please. So when we are going to have a capital market analysis, firstly we analyze the financial position of our investor. So our investor has a 1 million cash in hand and 2.5 million as a total loan amount. So this is the financial position of our investor. So we are looking for a great property in Vancouver. So the housing market in the Greater Vancouver region has been consistently rising. So there are some occasionally fluctuations. So the main drivers that affect the position of the investors are the population development, restricted land accessibility, and the strong economy. In order to have a deeper analysis of the residential property, like a real estate property in the Vancouver area, we have to critically analyze all the factors that can impact the profitability. So these impacts include the market conditions, monetary information, government arrangements, and segment changes. So all the critical investment related to our property have a great impact. So now I hand over to Tejal so that she can further explain about our assignment.
Hello, everyone. Now I will be further discussing about the investment analysis, wherein we have conducted both the qualitative and the quantitative analysis. So let's start. The key factors that should be considered when assessing potential returns and essential considerations for investing in Vancouver's residential properties. So Vancouver's housing market has seen significant price growth in recent years, with a benchmark price increase of 20% in the last 5 years, slightly below the 21% CPI inflation rate over the same period. The quantitative analysis that we have considered, because it is very important in which year to buy, the area, the type of property, if it's a townhouse, if it's an apartment, or if it's a detached one, the value assessment of the property, and the rental income as well. Next slide, please. In this slide, we have just given a market overview for the condo apartments in the Metro Vancouver, wherein the first graph that we see here is a bit elaborated with the benchmark price and the sold price. So if we consider that and if we see the sold price has been consequently increased over October 22 to April 23, but there's a slightly decline after April 23. The transactions goes the same, wherein we see a declining trend after July 22, but it has slightly been increased after the same till October 22. The next graph that we see here is the Greater Vancouver, which gives us a 5-year trend wherein we see the residential property, detached townhouse, and apartment. So we can see the monthly trend over here that gives us a clear picture of the price index as well, where we can see an increasing trend over the time. Next slide, please. Thank you. Here we are going to talk about or discuss about the investment view and the decision whether our client, when exactly they can hold, buy, or sell the property. So this is the long-term investment. So we highly recommend the long-term investment in Greater Vancouver's residential properties. Considering the price projections, British Columbia's average home price is expected to drop by 2.7% to 970,000 in 2023, then rise by 0.5% in 2024 and 3.6% in 2025, crossing almost 1 million Canadian dollars. Third aspect would be the leverage with bank credit. Utilize a bank credit option to maximize purchasing power with 1 million Canadian dollars in cash. Townhouse appreciation. Vancouver's townhouses have shown an average annual appreciation rate of around 5% over the past decade, equating to a yearly value increase of 65,000 Canadian dollars. Rental income potential. Generate rental income by leasing the condominium with an approximate 4% rental yield in downtown Vancouver, resulting in an annual rental income of 32,000 Canadian dollars. Thank you. Now I would like to further pass it on to Simi so that she can further talk about the major risks considering the investment and the recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you, Teja. My name is Simi, and I'll be told, just as Teja said, I'll be talking about the major risk of investing in residential properties in Vancouver. As we all know, investing in residential properties has high percent of bringing, it has an high percent of bringing in high returns for any investor that is looking to invest in Vancouver. Yeah. However, there's certain risk that we need to consider. Some of the notable factors that we've come up with is one, the sharp costs changes. The housing market in Vancouver is prone to rapid cost fluctuations, which can impact the profitability of real estate investments here in Vancouver. Another one to consider is the interest rates. So changes in interest rates has a significant impact on mortgage affordability and investment costs, which potentially strains investors. And another one to also consider is affordable prospects. We're in Vancouver. Vancouver is expensive. Getting a house here is very expensive. So, and then this is also a risk for any investor trying to find exactly, it will be very hard for any investor to find what they're looking for, because I mean, the same amount of money that you would come here to get a 2-bedroom apartment will be different from what you would get in Alberta or in any other province. Another factor that we also considered was several regulations. Here in Vancouver, there's strict rental regulations in Vancouver, which can impact property investors' returns. And then it's very important for us to understand, or for any investor to understand, this market dynamics for an effective financial management. Next slide, please. And now I will be talking about the recommendations. What are the recommendations that we can give to any investor or anyone that is looking to invest in residential properties here in Vancouver? So the first one is ensuring housing balance. And the second one is empowering the broadening speculations beyond the land business. And this is by ensuring housing rationality. The next one is empowering local area contribution. And the next one is implementing moderate tax practices. So Vancouver can also sanction other detailing guidelines, upgraded administrative check-ins, and clear standards to ensure transparency, responsibility, and fair practices in unfamiliar speculation. I mean, despite the beautiful city, the way of life, the standard of living, the inviting business environment, defeating impediments connected with outsiders venture is fundamental to guarantee that the benefits are appreciated and everyone, or every investor, everyone is happy locally. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much.